Hi, and welcome to another book review. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting book called More Heart Than Talent, written by Jeffrey Combs. This is another one of these books that's not that well known out there, but it does have some hidden gems. And so I wanted to share with you what I learned from this book and why I think you should have a read as well. Now, if you're a business person, this is going to be really, really interesting. It really helps you to understand what goals you should be really going for. Now, Jeffrey Combs is a network marketer. That's how he made his money. And then he morphed into the coaching business. And he's coached a lot of top people in network marketing. Now, I did a stint in network marketing back in the day, my early 20s, and I was just finishing off my pilot licenses. I worked for a weight loss company. I built a downline of 5,000 people. I was making like 10 grand a month. So, I had success, and I did it for about just over a year until, I picked up my first job as a pilot, and then that's what I wanted to do. That's where my heart was. And so that's what I went into. But during that time, the whole network marketing world has always fascinated me because there's lots of stories of people that have gone from nothing to, making a couple of million a year. And it's interesting to see the transformation. And I must say, the trainings that I went through were really, really good. I got to meet Jim Rohn in person or whatever. And so I've always and then I've got friends of mine that work for network marketing companies as managers and stuff like that, and other people that I know that are top network marketers. So it's always been a world that even though I'm not in network marketing anymore, it's a world that fascinates me. Also because they put a big emphasis on personal development, and this is what our friend here, Jeffrey Combs, talks about in this book. Now, he talks about three types of people, talking about the victims, the people that blame everybody else for, for their disasters. He talks about the people that are people pleasers. They're always out there to please everybody. The rescuers, he calls them. And then he talks about the victors, those that win all the time, those that take responsibility for what they're doing. So, and he talks about, that 95% of success is really down to your mindset, and 5% is, technicalities and things like that. So he talks about how getting your head right. And this is really, really important. I mean, I've been personally coached but Jeffrey had a few coaching sessions with him, and he really has the ability to get into your head and ask questions that you don't ask yourself. And those questions really do switch you on to another level. And that's what I found. And that's what I found this book really useful for. When he talks about heart, he says, your heart needs to be in what you're doing. It's more heart's more important than talent. So really going and asking yourself why you want to do something. So he goes into this. In this book, he also talks about a few successful people in network marketing and their stories, which is interesting to hear. Network marketing is not for everybody, but it's certainly a way to be able to make money. But like everything, you have to have your heart in it. Whatever product you're going to be promoting, your heart needs to be in that product. It needs to be in helping people. And he talks about, the importance of bringing value to the marketplace, and people sense if you have heart in what you do. I mean, my heart is in aviation. I'm a pilot. I buy aircraft for people. I help pilots with their training. And that's where my heart is. And that's what I do. And so if you're not quite sure what you're going to do in life, or you're thinking of taking your life and closing one chapter and opening another chapter, this is a good book to read because it really does ask you questions that you wouldn't ask yourself. And there's stories, inspiring stories in here about people that have done exactly that. They followed their heart, and that heart has led them to a business, and they've been successful because their heart was in it. And so grab yourself a copy of More Heart Than Talent. You can click on the link below for that one. Have you read this book? Have you been coached by Jeffrey? He's a great guy, great coach. As I said, he really gets into your head, asks those questions, and there's no fluff about his coaching system. It's really all about, helping the person he's coaching to bring out the best that they have in them and tap into that heart and become successful. So that's all from me on this book review, and I'll see you in the next one.